Right.
Oopsie. Okay. All right. So you might see like I'm on an iPad, so it's I think it kind of follows me a little bit. But if you can't see
Okay.
certain things, you can tell me to adjust, and
Okay.
I can certainly do so. So let's start in a comfortable seated position,
Mhm.
placing the palms of your hands on your knees with your eyes closed. Become aware of the tension that you're holding. Sometimes we don't even know it, but our tongue is touching the roof of our mouth. Our jaw is clenched tight. So if that's the case for you, try to loosen that. Drop your shoulders. Take deep breaths in. On your inhales, inhale through your nose. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, blow out through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a couple more breaths at your own pace. Take this time to try to think about what you want to accomplish with today's practice. Maybe it's just a little bit more movement, a way to end your day, or a pause in the day before you move on to your next activity. When you're ready, open your eyes. Taking a deep inhale, inhale, bringing your arms up with your palms facing one another. So my shoulders are really high right now, so I have to remind myself to drop my shoulders while still maintaining my arms facing parallel to one another. So we're going to take another inhale. On the exhale, twist to your right, your left palm dropping to your right knee, your right hand behind you, twisting and looking at the wall behind you. Take another inhale. And on that exhale, try to twist a little deeper to the right. On your next inhale, bring your arms back up to center, hands parallel to one another. And on the exhale, twist to the left, right palm to left knee, left hand behind you, twisting, looking at the wall behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist deeper if you can, always honoring your body. One side might be more flexible than the other. That's okay. On your next inhale, bring your arms back up to center, hands facing one another. And on the exhale, forward fold. Forward folding as much as you can. This is a good place for a block. If you're still a little tight, like in your waist, putting it on the high setting, you can rest your forehead on the block for support. Taking an inhale again, bringing your arms back up, palms facing one another. Exhale, twist to the right. Left palm, right knee, right arm behind you. Twist. Look to the back. It's good to stretch your neck that way. Inhale. Exhale. Twist deeper into the right. On the next inhale, bring back arms back to center, palms facing one another. Exhale, forward fold into a deep as fold as you can. Also, you can use your block as used before. Inhale, bringing arms right back up to center, facing one another. And this is our last time. Exhale to the left, right palm, left knee, left hand behind you, twisting, looking to the wall behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, release and bring your arms back up to center. This time, you're still holding that inhale. On the exhale, bring your right hand to your side and bring your left arm over. You can slightly bend your right arm to give you a deeper side twist. See, you can probably see I have my elbow bent and I have my left arm over, and it's just a side bend that helps. It feels so good.
That's so good.
On your inhale, come back up to center. You know we've been here before, palms facing one another. Exhale, drop to the other side. So left hand down, right arm over.
So should I bend my elbow and come all the way down on my elbow?
Uh-huh. So I have my left arm down, so you can bend your left elbow, bringing your right arm over. It helps
And am
you
I
get.
still seated like in lotus position?
I'm sorry?
And my legs still
Oh,
crisscross?
yeah, and your legs are still in a comfortable seated position.
Okay.
Yes. Crisscross applesauce or whatever you'd like to do.
Okay.
Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms back up to center. On your exhale, meet me in tabletop. So in tabletop, if your knees are gonna hurt here, I would recommend putting a towel or a pillow or a blanket just to give you some cushion. Your hands should be flat in front of you. Straight back, looking down. When you inhale, you drop your belly into cow position. So cows drop their bellies, right? Look up to the ceiling if you can. On the exhale, curl your back like a cat. So this is cat-cow pose. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly, look up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to center and tabletop. Moving on to threading the needle. So staying in tabletop, leaving your left hand flat on the mat. On the inhale, release your right arm. So inhale, bring the arm up, fingertips towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring the right arm under the left arm, threading the needle. Here, you could stay hovering, or you could drop all the way to the mat. It gives you a deeper stretch when you drop, but your body might not be warm enough for that. So you could just hover. When you inhale, unthread the needle, bringing the arm back out, fingertips towards the sky, and exhale, flat hand back to table position. Moving on to the next side, inhale, left hand up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle under the right arm. Inhale, unthread, left fingertips to the sky. And exhale back to tabletop. We'll do it again one more time on each side. Inhale, right arm up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thread, right hand under left arm. Inhale, unthread arm, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, release, bringing the right palm down again. On the next side, inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle under the right arm. Inhale, up again, unthread, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, back to tabletop. Take some breaths here. Swish your hips from side to side. Warming up that part of your body. Okay, take an inhale up to your knees, like this. So we're gonna work on side plank. It's modified. So the way that's gonna work is I'm gonna start on one side first. I'll put my left hand down on the ground, leaving my left knee planted and extending my right leg and bringing my right fingertips to the sky. Good. You could, at some point, if you wanted to, you could thread the needle this way too, but we're not gonna do that today.
Okay.
When you're ready, come back to a kneel position. We'll try on the other side. So this time our right hand is down, right knee is down, extend the left leg, bringing the fingertips to the sky on the left side. Your lower back might crackle, pop a little bit. Mine just did, and it felt great.
Mm-hmm.
And let's meet back in a kneel position. So I'm kneeled, and I'm like basically in tabletop. On the inhale, we can meet in downward facing dog. It's our first dog of the day. I don't expect you to have the soles of your feet touching the mat because your hamstrings might not be ready. So you can certainly pedal your legs, bending your knees. Taking deep breaths here, pushing your hands into the mat. So when you push into the mat, it's actually lifting your body a little bit. On the next inhale, stop. Look forward. On the exhale, step to the top of the mat into a forward fold. So forward fold, you want to let gravity take its course and let the weight of your head just hang. And you swing, swivel from side to side. Your belly can rest on your thighs. You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm great.
All right. On the next inhale, come back to center. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring the palms of your hands up your shins, right below the knees. This is called the halfway lift. So when you push your palms into your shins, you might try to extend your neck a little bit, having a flat back like we did in tabletop. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, hands back to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, hands back up, palms under on the shins underneath the knee. Exhale, forward fold. On the next inhale, come all the way up to mountain pose, Tadasana. Excuse me, hinging at the hips, looking forward, but your hands are, your arms are up and the palms of your hands are facing one another. So we've done this before when we were seated. So take an inhale and exhale, twist your body to the right. Just your upper body. Your arms are extended, almost like you do in Warrior Two.
Are my legs? How are my legs?
You're just standing straight. So your hips are facing forward as much as they can, and so you're just twisting the top as deep as you can. Mm-hmm. On the next inhale, bring your arms back up to center, palms facing each other. And on the exhale, you twist to the left, arms extended, trying to keep your hips facing forward. Inhale, arms back up to center. And this time we exhale into a back bend with cactus arms. So that might feel a little yummy on your spine. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms on shins underneath knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, downward dog. Take the exhale here also. On the next inhale, plant your left foot flat. Kick your right leg up into three-legged dog. So your hips should face your mat. Your toes are facing down. Your foot is straight, but your toes are facing down. So take another inhale, keeping it there. On the exhale, bring your right leg up into a lunge and into our first Warrior One of the day. So you have options here, depending on your needs. Is that me or you?
No one born in average. Oh, I think that's you.
That's weird. That was me. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It was like perfect timing for the pose.
No, really, right?
Yeah.
That was completely on accident. So with the knees, you're asked in Warrior One to go into a lunge on the right side, but that might hurt, especially if you have your left leg really extended back. So shorten your stance, bringing the back leg closer.
Okay.
And not putting that much pressure on your knee. And you can still maintain the pose.
Okay.
I think it's because I said Warrior and Siri put that song on.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That was wild, man.
I was like, yes, that's perfect.
On your next inhale, straighten up the front leg. Exhale, turn to the side and extend your arms to Warrior Two. Remember, you don't have to lunge that deep. Don't hurt your knees.
Okay.
Looking over your right fingertips. Inhale again, straighten the front leg, drop the left arm on your back thigh. Reverse warrior, so scoop air with your right arm, bringing your right arm over your head into a side bend like we did earlier when we were seated. Inhale, back up to center, cartwheel on the exhale, your arms, hands flat on the ground, and meet back in Warrior One. I'm sorry, not Warrior One, downward facing dog. Apologies. Downward facing dog, apologies.
Okay.
On the next inhale, kick your left foot up, toes down. Exhale, bring the left leg forward, again to Warrior One. So Warrior One, you want your hips facing forward, right? Because Warrior Two, your hips face the wall on the side. So Warrior One facing forward, lunging on your left. And your back foot should be, the side of your foot should be parallel to the back of the mat. If you can.
Like to the side, right?
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So your arms are this way, in warrior one. And actually you could put power into the back leg. So the front leg doesn't do that much work. But then on the take that inhale, straighten up the left leg on the inhale. And then exhale, lunge again, but this time into warrior two. So now your hips are facing the side wall. And you're looking over your left fingertips. Inhale again. Straighten up the front leg. Dropping the back arm down. Scooping that air from reverse warrior and bringing it over. Bending on the left side. Inhale, arms back up and cartwheel to the ground. And this time, we're gonna meet at the top of the mat in forward fold. Swish from side to side. Back to center, inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way to the top again to mountain pose. Here. Widen your stance outside of your mat. Keeping your arms up. Take an inhale and exhale, forward fold into a deep forward bend. But this time your legs are out. The wider you open your legs, the deeper you are going to fold.
Yeah.
But this is a good place for a mat. I'm not a mat, a block. If you can't put your hands on the ground, you can put your hands on the mat. Like I have it on the high setting. So I'm doing my forward fold, but I'm not going all the way down because I don't want to or because it hurts. You know, that's your choice.
Right.
Or you want to preserve stamina to get through the rest of the practice. That's also a choice. So I'm going to remove the block. Forward fold. You have choices here. You can have your hands flat. You can grab your ankles and pull yourself. It gets you into a deeper bend when you grab onto your ankles and you pull.
Yeah, that feels great.
Inhale back up to center. Hands flat. We're going to stay here for a second. Take some breaths. On the next inhale, still in the forward bend, leave your left hand planted. So inhale, left hand planted, bringing the right arm up, kind of like what we did earlier. Fingertips to the sky. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, right hand back on the ground. Inhale on the other side. Fingertips to the sky on the left. Exhale, hand back to the ground. Inhale, hinge, and come all the way back up. Still in the forward fold. This time, instead of your toes pointing towards me, point your toes out. Bend your knees as far as is comfortable for goddess pose. So what you want to try to avoid is this, sticking your booty out. You want to have it facing down. And your toes are out. So you're bending as much as you can. Arms in cactus, like we did earlier when we did our back bend. So here we go. On the next inhale, lift your right heel and you're going to shake. You'll feel it. And then drop that. Inhale on the other side. Bring your left heel up. Drop it. Inhale both heels up. And drop them. Inhale. Up a little bit. Exhale deeper, as deep as you want to go, just to give us ourselves a little bit more of a challenge. You can switch from side to side. Inhale back up, straighten your legs, toes facing towards me. Take some breaths here. Shorten your stance on the mat. So now we're back straight into Tadasana. Just take some breaths here, some cleansing breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring your arms back up, palms facing each other. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, knee in, downward facing dog. Again. On your next inhale, flatten your left foot, kick your right leg up like we did before, but we're not going into warrior one, we're going into pigeon. So inhale, bring the right leg, the knee. I found this on the web. Sorry, all my devices are acting wacky. So I'm trying to get it for you could see, but I think it's gonna work. Basically, you want your left shin to be parallel to the top of your mat and extend your back leg.
Right.
You can use a block here several ways. So you can put the block underneath your right butt cheek. Contact info on. You can put it there for some support, or you can use the block in front of you as you're folding forward for a deeper stretch into pigeon. It's a good hip opener. On your next inhale, remove the block if you have it. Prop yourself up and swing your left leg where you're actually in a seated position. And the sole of your foot is touching your inner thigh. In my case, it's my left thigh. Take up one breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left and fold. Maybe you touch your toes. Maybe your hand lands on your ankle or on your shin. Wherever you're comfortable, just stretching over to that side. Inhale, arms back up to center. And now bring both feet to touch one another, the soles of your feet into butterfly position. Pull them in as much as you can. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You can use the block here again.
Oh, wow, that feels great.
It does.
A good deep stretch.
Yes, ma'am. Especially like for work, I sit a lot because I'm on a computer, right? So
Yeah.
You need to work that out. And so this really helps at the end of the day. When you're ready, sit back up, stretch your legs in front of you, roll your ankles. And let's meet back in downward dog for the other side. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Three-legged dog, right foot down. On the exhale, bring the left leg into pigeon. So the left shin, try to get it as parallel as you can to the top of your mat. Extend the back leg. And again, you can use a block here to help support your forehead, or maybe you are able to go all the way down to the mat.
Now, should my hips be straight? I shouldn't be rolling over on my hips, right?
Well, your left hip is like open, right? And your right one is too, but in a different way because your thigh's almost touching the mat. Maybe.
Hmm.
So eventually with pigeon, what happens is right now we're folded. So this is one variation of pigeon. Eventually what you should do is, I'm going to put my block here. You actually shouldn't have to use any hand support because you're engaging your belly to hold you up and your back. So it's just
Okay.
getting you prepped for that. So, but you'll feel it tomorrow or later today, but you'll also feel good.
Yeah. No, I was like, oh my goodness, it's because normally when I do it on YouTube, it's normally 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If I go to a class, maybe 30 to 45. This is what,
Mm-hmm.
an hour, right?
Yep.
And I normally do yin or something slower flow, so I haven't done vinyasa in a while.
That's okay. I like to take it slow because you
Mhm.
actually end up holding the position, the poses longer.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good pace.
Mm-hmm. So when you're ready, take that inhale and swing the right leg around like we did before, opening it up. So this time your left sole, the sole of your left foot is touching your right thigh.
Mhm.
On the inhale, bring your arms up. On the exhale, twist and fold over your foot. Maybe you touch the tips of your toes. Maybe just hands on the knee or the ankle. On the inhale, come up. Take the exhale back to butterfly pose with the soles of both of your feet touching each other. Pull them in as much as you can or want to. Taking that inhale and that exhale, forward fold. So if you're, the more your toes and feet aren't like pulled up in front of you instead of tucked in, sometimes that helps you fold deeper.
Okay.
Because when they're really tucked in, it's depending on your flexibility, it might be a little bit more challenging.
Yes.
But if you like have them still touching each other, so it's still butterfly, it's just more open, you bend more, you fold more. Inhale back up to center seated. Extend your legs. Roll your ankles. And I'm going to ask you to lay on your back. Bend your knees as much as you can. And if bring your feet as much as you can back, almost touching your butt or your fingertips if your hands are extended. Leaving your hands flat on the ground. When you take an inhale, work your way into bridge. So when you inhale, lift up your bottom as high as you can. You could put a block underneath here for support if you need it, depending on how high you're going to go. But it's a good counter to the folds that we're doing to work on the back. So inhale, keeping it up, and then exhale, dropping your bottom back to the ground. We'll try it a couple more times, and each time, challenge yourself if you can to go higher and higher. So this time we're going to inhale, bringing our bottom up as much as we can. Clenching your butt cheeks to help you push further up. And exhale, release. Inhale again, bring your bottom up high. You'll feel it in your thighs, which is okay. It's good. And exhale, release. Okay. When you're ready, you're still with your knees bent, but we're not going to do bridge. This time, kick your feet up to the ceiling, taking your hands to the outer parts of your feet. You go into happy baby. So what does that mean? You hold on to the sides of your feet and you rock from side to side. It feels really good on your spine.
It feels good on my inner thighs.
Yep. A variation is ninja baby. So what you do is like when you rock to the side, extend your right arm, holding your right leg out. And then come back to center and do the other side. Extending your left leg out, holding onto the side of your foot. You'll feel that stretch. We'll do this a couple more times. Last time on each side. And back to center. Let go of your feet, extend your legs forward, lying in Shavasana. Close your eyes. Breathe at your own pace. Don't watch the clock. I'll watch it for you. Bring you back. Start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, rock your head from side to side. If you can, do ankle circles. As you're bringing awareness back to yourself, back to the mat, roll over to your favorite side in a fetal position. Take your time. Take an inhale, an exhale. On your next inhale, slowly make your way back to a seated position like we did at the beginning of our practice. Bring your hands to prayer position with your eyes closed. Show gratitude to yourself for coming to the mat. You made the commitment and you showed up, which is the hardest part. I thank you for sharing your practice with me and letting me lead you today. I hope to see you on the mat again and that you have a really good rest of the day wherever you're at. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Well,
So much. Thank you so very, very, very much.
yes, ma'am. I hope to
That's
see you
absolutely
again.
beautiful. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you too. Bye bye.